Have you ever been afraid, truly afraid? Well, maybe you're like me. I'm afraid of heights. Every summer, I would take teens to a youth camp, and part of that camp was a high ropes course. And every summer, I would be nervous about how I was going to make it through that high ropes course. The end of the ropes course was a swing, and the swing was about a 50-foot free fall. And I remember going through the ropes course the whole time and just thinking about how I could get out of going down without going off the swing. Well, there was no other way to get down. And so I'd get to the platform and I'd sit down and they'd hook me up to the swing and I would just jump. And lots of crazy screams would come out. But when it stopped and I got down and I looked back up, I would be so excited that I conquered the fear and that I did it. I did it afraid. In this week's gospel, Jesus sends his disciples out on a boat ahead of him. And in the middle of the night, he comes to them walking on water. Well, the disciples are afraid. They don't know who it is, and rightfully so. They start screaming, they get nervous, and the first thing Jesus says is something that he often says in the gospel, and he says it to us: be not afraid. You see, in the face of fear, we have two choices. We either conquer the fear, or we let the fear conquer us. It seems in today's scripture, we see both choices. Some of the disciples are paralyzed by the fear, but Peter challenges the ghost, because that's what they thought it was, even though Jesus told him it was him. And he says, if it's you, Lord, tell me to come. And Jesus says to Peter, come out on the water, come out and meet me. And Peter jumps out of the boat, steps out of the boat onto the water, and he starts walking on water. How crazy is that? How exciting that is. He's the only human being that ever walked on water. And he starts walking towards Jesus. I can't imagine how exciting that had to be for him, and yet scared at the same time. And then all of a sudden, he takes his eyes off of Jesus, and he looks around, and there's waves, and there's winds, and he gets scared, and he starts to sink. Notice what Jesus doesn't say to him at that point. Jesus doesn't say like, well, you took your eyes off of me, too bad, I'm gonna let you drown. As soon as Peter cries out for help, Jesus reaches out and takes his hand and pulls him into the boat. And he just says something simple like, "O ye of little faith." Jesus wants you to walk on water. What are you afraid of? What is it that's keeping you from walking on water? Are you conquering your fears, or are your fears conquering you? Today, God is calling each one of us to step out of the boat, to keep our eyes fixed on him, realizing that with him we can overcome our fears, and to realize that he is there when we are drowning, when we feel like we can't make it, that he's never left us, that he's calling us just to call out to him, and he will pull us into his arms that are full of mercy and love for you. Jesus is asking you today to trust in him, to step out of the boat, and to do it afraid.